Welcome to DIY Design by CCW, DIY design for the 21st century. My name is Candy and I'm the host of this channel. Now let's get into this video. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to DIY Design by CCW. I hope you're having a fantastic day and I thank you so much for tuning in. Well, today, everyone, I'm bringing you another DIY project. This is going to be another Glam project. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this plain vase, cylinder vase, and we're going to be using a couple of things. We're going to be etching the vase with this etching cream. And then we're also going to be doing a treatment with this cracked glass. So I will have a list of the products that I use down in the description box, and we may do a couple of other things to dress this vase up, but that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to make this into a beautiful vase that we can use, and of course, like I've been doing with the last couple of DIY projects, I will then use this vase in one of my upcoming tablescapes. So let's get started. All right, everyone. So you'll notice that in this part of the video, I've kind of speeded things up a little bit just to kind of save some time. You know, I didn't want the video to be 45 minutes long. But what I'm doing here is I'm going to be applying etch to the outer surface of the vase. Now, this etching cream is really dangerous stuff, so make sure you wear gloves, and you'll see that I'm wearing gloves in the video. What I'll be doing is applying the etching cream, a thin layer of it, to the outer surface or the outer part of the vase. Now, some tips: you want to make sure that you clean your vase or whatever it is that you're etching thoroughly, dry it, and then you should alcohol the surface. Wipe it with an alcohol pad, dry it, then you're ready to go. That's going to help the etch work a little better, just give you a much better, more even look. Now you can do a lot of things with etch. You can add stickers if you want to put a pattern in the surface that you're etching. You can put a monogram. You can do whatever you want. And again, it's real easy. And the cream itself, I think I spent $10 for this particular bottle, but it comes in different sizes, and you can buy it from different places. I do believe that this came from Joann fabrics. So again, that's what we're doing here now. We're going to let this sit for at least 15 minutes so that we get a nice etch, and then we're going to rinse it, and then it'll be ready to go. We'll be ready for the next step. All right, everyone, we are back. And as you can see, the vase has been etched. And now I am ready to do a little Mod Podge. And we're going to use some of this, this crushed glass. I think I was calling it cracked glass. And it's actually crushed glass. So, all right. So, first, let's put a little of this in the container. Now, I'm wearing gloves. A lot of people work with the crushed glass with their bare hands, and that's just not what I prefer to do. So, I am wearing some gloves. So, I'm going to pour this out in a container. And again, this takes some work. You got to be careful with it because you definitely don't want to get cut. I mean, this is mirror. That's what this is. So, and we're going to use this on the outside of our vase that we just etched. So I'm going to turn it on its side. And it's still a little water on the inside, but that's all right. Now, what you want to do is use your Mod Podge, and I'm using the matte finish Mod Podge, and I'm going to pour it here. Get my brush. Now I have found that the best way to do this with the glass is to do a part, let it dry a little bit, and you kind of have to put it on sort of heavy. So we'll get that going. You know, one of these days, I think I'm going to try this with a paintbrush. I had tried doing it with one of those foam applicators that you can get at Dollar Tree, and did a couple projects like that. And I'm back to my brush because it just didn't seem to go on as neatly as I wanted it to go on. Not that it's neat, because it's Mod Podge, it's messy, but I wasn't getting the coverage, is a better way to put it. So I think I've got enough here to give it a nice coat. Now let's start applying our glass. Again, you want to be very careful with this. And as you can see how that's going on. And you are going to get some fall. So I'm trying to be careful with that. And in fact, I'm going to pause just a second, because what I'm going to do is put another tray underneath here to catch this fall. So I will be right back. All right, I'm back. I just don't want to have little bits of glass all over the floor, even though I'm going to, of course, vacuum after this. I'm quite sure it'll be easy to miss these little bits of glass. So you just want to sprinkle it on, fill it in. And, you know, the reason, again, that I did the etching is because any glass that shows through will be frosted, and it's going to give it a different look rather than just doing the plain glass. There we go. All right, do a little more here. Now again, you want to do a section at a time, because it takes a little bit for that Mod Podge to dry, and this is a lot heavier than glass, or rather than glitter, I meant to say. There we go. Now you want to carefully pat this down. Again, you want to be really careful. Don't want to cut yourself. Now I'm looking to see if there are any bigger pieces here, and I'll place some of those in. Now I bought my crushed glass. I'm quite sure you could make it if you wanted to. I preferred not to do that. It's not that expensive. I bought mine at Michael's, and I'm sure they sell it other places, but that's where I got mine for $4.99 a container, and I bought 2 containers for this project. When you look at the cost of a typical vase, you still save, you know. Plus you're getting to design it the way you want it. So you're going to have some fall. But I found that if you let it set for a little bit and do one section at a time like this, you'll have less fall. And more of the glass, crushed glass, will adhere. So let's see what happens. We got a little fall. Okay. And that's all right. All right. Now I'm gonna turn it. And while that's drying, I'm gonna do another section here. And then I'll let it sit a little bit. And then I'll come back and do the other side. Everybody, so you'll notice here that I have again speeded up the video. What I'm going to do here is just continue to work section by section. It's very important in this particular process that you don't try to do your entire vase. If you want to get good adherence, then you do one section at a time. You sprinkle out your crushed glass. You know, you kind of pat it down and make sure that you're getting it down into the, and pat it lightly. You don't want to do it too heavy. You definitely don't want to get yourself cut. But you pat it lightly and make sure that it's, you know, sticking and going as deep into the Mod Podge as you can get it. And you just continue to do that section by section. Now, I didn't film one part of this because what I had to do is kind of let this half of the vase dry for about an hour to make sure that I had good adherence and that I wasn't getting a lot of fall from the, you know, glass falling off the vase. So I let it dry for about an hour, and then I came back and filled in the other side. And then after I did that, I left it overnight. And I didn't do anything to it. You know, once I did that and got both sides where I wanted it to be, I sat it right side up and just didn't touch it. So you'll see that in a little bit. I'm going to stop. And once I do that, the next time I come back on will be when I have completed at least this phase of the vase. And then we'll go into gluing the bottom piece on and all of that. All right, guys, in this part, you're going to see me just adding some bling to the base that I'm going to glue on to the cylinder. Again, the base is a candle riser or vase riser that I picked up at, I want to say Ross, and I probably paid $5, maybe $6 for it. I've had that for some time. I'm adding some 2mm closed chain wrap to the center, and then I'm also going to add some additional bling wrap to kind of dress it up some more, because you guys know that I love my bling. Just a glam girl at heart, what can I tell you? Then once that's done, I am going to glue this riser, and I'll be using Quick Hold E6000 to make sure that the vase is secure and that I don't have any, you know, don't have to worry about it falling off. So that'll be it. And then when I come back, I will be showing you the finished product. All right, everyone, there is the finished vase. I really love the way it came out. I'll give it a little spin so that you can kind of see. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Now, again, really quick rundown on the process. What I did is first I etched the surface of the cylinder. And I'll show you, I used this etching cream. I did find this a little cheaper than the first bottle I bought. I bought this, let me hold it away so you can see it. I bought this bottle at Michael's. I found it, rather, the first bottle at Michael's. This bottle I bought from Joann Fabrics. It was a little cheaper, and I also had a 20% off coupon. So I did the etching, and then I began the treatment with the crushed glass. Again, the crushed glass, that comes in a container that cost about $4.99 a container. I used about a container and a half to do the outside of this vase and cover it the way that I want it. And again, I bought the crushed glass from Michael's. I'm sure they sell it somewhere else, but that's where I bought mine. And Michael's always has coupons, as does Joann Fabrics online. So I did use coupons for both of those purchases. The vase I bought from Walmart years ago. It was just something in my stash that I wasn't using. Just a plain cylinder. And you might even be able to find that at Michael's. The base, I had bought that from Ross. It's just a candle riser or vase riser. You can use it for candles. You can use it as a vase riser. In this case, I decided to glue it to the cylinder to add a little more height. And of course, because I'm always team too much, I decided to add a little bit of rhinestone wrap to the bottom. The wider rhinestone wrap comes from eFavormart. And again, I'm an eFavormart affiliate, so you find a link down in my description box there that will, that you'll be able to save some money on that purchase if you decide you like that wrap. And then the little narrow band of wrap is a rhinestone wrap that you can purchase from BeeBee Craft. And again, I'm a BeeBee Craft affiliate, so I've got links to both of them down in my description box if you'd like to save money on either of those purchases. So that's all I have for you today, guys. I really, really like this. I can't wait to use this in a tablescape. And when I do that, of course, I'll come back. I'll link that video. That way you'll be able to see how it looks in a tablescape. So again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you're not a member of this channel, I really hope that you'll decide to subscribe today. Make sure you tap that bell a couple of different times. Guys, I have lots of upcoming DIY projects. I'm going to be doing some more Christmas themed DIYs and just tons of vases and things like that. So if you love glam decor, then you found the right channel. Of course, I will try my hand sometimes at farmhouse and some other styles, like that. But for the most part, when you come here, you're going to see glam. So again, thank you so much for watching. And like I say at the end of every video, I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you for watching.